Hello, welcome to Jason the Old Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking to you here in my basement in the great state of Kansas, and doing another 5-minute review. This time I'm going to review the album Renaissance by the band The Association, which I have vinyl here. See, it's a little beat up. I bought this at a place that sells used vinyl and CDs and stuff and movies and all that. Anyway, so I love getting these. So excited I found this. Got cheap there. Beat up, but still works well. Yeah, if you don't know The Association, this came out in 1965. This is The Association's second album. Not really known as one of their great albums, but I absolutely love this album. It's actually my favorite album from The Association. Their first album, Along Comes the Association, came out the same year in 1965. Had two big hits off of it that really kind of catapulted the group into the mainstream, which was Along Comes Mary was a huge hit for them, and Cherish. Two big radio hits. They came out with this the same year right afterwards, and interesting enough, no real huge hits off of this album. No hits, songs that were like big on the radio, which is crazy because there's so many amazing songs here as well. Association, you see, you have the members. There are 6 members there, so pretty big group here. Kind of made of a lot of guys that are kind of involved in the folk movement, and then once folk rock became a big deal after the Byrds in '65 came out with Mr. Tambourine Man. A lot of groups kind of formed in America, the folk rock movement. So this kind of came across in America, part of that folk rock movement. A lot of these guys were folk singers that kind of came together to form this band. Yeah, Jim Yester here, Brian Cole, Ted Billiker Jr., Gary Alexander, Terry Kirkman, and Russ Giguere. Not sure how to pronounce that, but is the main. And they have all kinds of different instruments. What I like about the band is they do definitely have a variety of instruments. You get some horns in there, different percussion instruments. Harpsichord, all kinds of different things. Anyway, so it's a lot of variety here in the music in that sense, musically, I think, which is cool because they have so many members, not your usual 4-piece band that you get at this time. Mostly Jim Yester, I say, and Terry Kirkman were the two like big songwriters in the group and lead singers. They did a lot of that. They all, though, multiple. Gary Alexander, too, also wrote and sang. I think they all kind of wrote and sang, to be honest. But I feel like Yester and Kirkman's always the two I see the most in that anyways. But that's what's so good about a versatile band like this. Everybody can get a piece of that, contribute anyways. But yeah, this is just a great harmonies, a band that has amazing harmonies. I love those type of bands. I love the 60s period like this. And I love the Association. They're very underrated. Nobody really talks about the Association. Nobody talks about this album. This album is an amazing album, and it's unfortunate that's never talked about. That's why I love talking about it to people that don't know them. But yeah, like I said, no big hits there, but some great stuff. The first song, I'm the One, really great. Memories of You is one of my favorite on the album. Should have been a hit song. Very catchy, great harmonies there. Angeline, very good. My favorite song on here, one of my favorite probably deep cuts of all time, is No Fair at All, which is one of the best harmony songs of all time. Harmonies are just out of this world good. Some good flute playing here as well. Just a very beautiful song overall, and should have been like a huge hit for them. I don't know why I never, but I definitely checked that out. No Fair at All. Love that song so much anyways. But yeah, lots of stuff. Another Time, Another Place is great. You Hear Me Call Your Name. Every song is really good on here, but those are some of the highlights that I for me on the album. Again, it's a very short album. Every song, again, part of that 60s period. Every song is like 3 minutes or less, so it's an easy album to listen to, get through pretty quickly. Like I said, if you like the 60s period music, you like the folk rock movement, you like harmonies, I mean, this is an amazing band that I would definitely check out if you haven't checked them out from this period. Anyway, so, and it's one of my favorite records, to be honest. I give this album a 10 out of 10. Yeah, a 10. I think it's that good, and should be one that should be talked about way more than it is. It's a very underrated album overall, and it's the only album I got from Association. I like to get some more because I've heard some of their other. I know the first 4 albums, all pretty good albums. I think kind of their peak period where they had most of their hits at that time. Anyway, so yeah. Definitely check this album out if you haven't, Renaissance by the Association.